Okay, we're back to working on the face pressure here. This is going to be a full extension of our previous video. There, he dropped it. It's very important to take your hand off the lead rope because otherwise you might think that you gave when he gave, but you're not really sure if you did. There's a saying, a training saying, if you reward the smallest try, you get the biggest response. It's probably one of the best training things I learned from our professor in college, and it's very true. I'm going to relay that to trailer loading while we stand here and do this boring exercise. There you go. I think he cheated because he was turning his head, but that's all right. Loading on a trailer, taking that statement, rewarding the smallest try to get the biggest response. One of the big things with trailer loading, and this goes with the previous two videos we did about him standing still, ground tying, finding his feet kind of a thing. Good boy, very nice. If you want your horse to load on the trailer and they're not moving at all, that's still a step closer than if they're running backwards, running sideways, or trying to rear up. So what people sometimes forget for trailer loading is to reward what I would call relaxation, or reward them standing still. Get your head back up. Oh, you're going to get mad? He's mad. You're going to get mad? Can you do your head again? Then I might let him eat grass while we do this. So if I'm trying to load a horse in the trailer, very nice, and they're nervous and they're dancing around a little bit, and I'm trying to come with a little bit of pressure to say, hey, I want you to get closer to the trailer or whatever. If the horse even stops moving, like they just finally stop their feet, I'll release the pressure and pet him for a minute. Then you start the pressure again. I had an incident at a barn I was at. I wasn't there. I didn't have time to train the horse. The woman was sending the horse to someone else for training. He came to load the horse up. This was a quarter horse. And the horse flipped over backwards was the result of them trying to get the horse in the trailer. And this was a well-minded, quiet quarter horse. And 100%, even though I wasn't there, what that had to be is the gentleman trying to load the horse never took the pressure off. Releasing pressure is like the biggest thing in all of training. Yeah, you want to apply the correct amount of pressure, good boy. And yeah, you want to apply it correctly, but releasing it is everything. That's how you get a horse soft, that's how you get a horse light, that's how you keep a horse calm, that's how you keep them relaxed, and ultimately, at the end of the day, it's 100% how you train them. If you don't release pressure, you're really not going to get very far. I can't tell if he kind of, there you gave, good boy. The giving might be imperceptible, good boy, on the video. It's a feel in my hand is what I'm feeling, and sometimes he might turn his head sideways and I don't know that he necessarily gave down, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. If I feel like he gave at all, I'm going to give from the pressure. He's going to fall asleep. I like this exercise. Very nice. Good boy. Oh, very nice. You good boy. I like this exercise a bunch because for horses, this is a physiological response. A horse having a high head is in alert mode, and it's going to have a certain physiological response on their body. A horse that has a low head, or an extremely low head, it's going to have a relaxed physiological response on their whole body. So once more, I get to a show, or I'm trying to ride off-site, or just ride period, and the horse is a little jazzed up, any horse, I'm going to see if I can try to physically get their head down before I get on them. And if they can drop their head, you can see his bottom lip starting to go. His bottom lip is starting to go. The horse can't help it. If you get them to drop their head, they will start relaxing. So especially for a horse that's mine, that I'm training to do this, which he's good boy, very nice, which he has a long ways to go. But once he learns this, when he gets out of the trailer and he's kind of like, woo, and he's calling or doing whatever, I'm going to ask for the head to be dropped, even if he drops it and it goes back up. I drop it, it goes back up. That's fine. If he'll respond and drop it, eventually maybe I do that 5 times or 7 times, and you'll see a horse just be like, and then all of a sudden be standing like this. So it really is, this is something, if you don't do any other groundwork with them, I would take the time to do this. You gonna drop your head? The other thing, and I guess I should show this because I haven't done it, you can come with your hand above in between their ears. So I like to start with the pressure. I'm now applying a pressure on the lead rope, and if he doesn't respond, I'll put a small amount of pressure on their head. Sometimes when you come with the pressure on top of the head, you'll get some resistance. You just relaxed. Where the head will actually come up and they might brace a little bit. And again, remember to reward the smallest try. So if they're bracing up against you and then they just kind of stop resisting, I'd release it, even though they might not have completely dropped their head. It's a good boy. That's a good boy. Now he's going to eat grass. So we'll do more on the head thing. And while we're at this, he's so tall. I'm used to. I had a short little Arabian before him. Stop. I mean I had always had thoroughbreds, and then I had this little Arabian. Now I'm back to this big thing. I'm going to open my hand and see if I can use some halter pressure to get him to turn his head. I'm watching my feet in case he steps over. Always, come on, we're not eating. He's like, but I am eating. It's not very good grass though, it's all stump. We're not moving. We're not moving. Good boy. We're turning our head. The other thing, he doesn't really know the lead rope yet. Now you can't see my hand. Good boy. It's on this part of the halter, just pulling a little bit. Very nice. Very nice. Once more. All the way. You can do it. I thought he was going to come all the way, then he stopped. There you go. Good job. Good job. Let's do it where they can actually see it now. I was surprised a little bit that he wasn't a little better on his head dropping, because he's so good about backing, and he was really good on that side about this. Let's see how he is on this side. I'm barely using any pressure at all. Good boy. That was very nice. Very nice. Good job. Very nice. And it is good, I should have done it earlier, to stand on the other side. Oh, there you go. Good boy. And do the same stuff. Now you get to eat grass. I'll do the same thing that I just did with the halter. Lift up your head again for a minute. We're not eating grass. It's a quick reward for you. With a bridle, and I'll show you that, and I'll also ask them to drop their head off the reins and the bit with a bridle. So you'll be seeing these activities a lot more. Also, after I saddle, I'll do what was shown in the previous video as far as trying to disengage the hindquarters. Stop that. Let's see if you'll do it. Don't walk. Good boy. There. Very nice. That was way more movement than necessary, but he didn't completely walk off. So, and what I mean by that is I hadn't really gotten over to his side to even ask. Now he's just moving. Stop. I know it's clover. I know when it's clover. You can eat in 1 minute. 1 minute. Stop moving. Good boy. So anytime if he's backing and I'm trying to get him to go sideways, my biggest thing, he's going to kick my car, he's getting mad at the bugs, he's getting mad at this, is that he move? Is that you're going to step in your bucket. Let's move you out. If I'm asking for a movement and the horse is giving a different kind of movement, I want him to stop his feet. Oh, we got a ways to go, Jive. Good boy. We got a ways to go. And I say that because of how much I have to haul on his face to get him to move. And he's grouchy now. He's a little done. So we're going to stop it for tonight. But work on the head thing. It's important.